Hello there and welcome back to GSL-English. My name is of course Gideon, and in today's lesson we are going to talk about money. We are going to look at some vocabulary and expressions that we can use not only to talk about money itself, but to talk about making money, spending money, needing money, and a few other areas. Let's see what they are. So the first term that we are going to look at is a side hustle. Now, you might have seen this being used on social media. Everybody nowadays is talking about having a side hustle. And they're talking about having a side hustle because times are difficult, isn't it? With inflation and the constant increase in cost of everything, often we need a side hustle. But what is it? Well, a side hustle is a secondary job or project that someone does in addition to their main job to earn extra money or pursue a passion, but the most often reason is to earn extra money. For example, somebody might have their 9-to-5 job 5 days a week, but then they have a side hustle, a way of working hard to earn extra money. As an example sentence, we might say, she's a teacher by day, but her side hustle is selling homemade jewellery online. So daytime, she goes to work as a teacher. Then to earn extra money, or perhaps to pursue a passion, she sells homemade jewellery online. Or as another example sentence, we could say, I think I need to start a side hustle. My current job isn't paying enough. Perhaps with the increased costs of living, you have a job, but it's just not paying enough. So you need to start a side hustle just to take a bit of that financial pressure off. That's the first term, a side hustle. The second term that we might use is when we have to make ends meet, or to make ends meet. And this means to earn enough money to cover basic living expenses. And the key to this term is basic. When we're making ends meet, we're not talking about leasing a Ferrari or buying a 6-bedroom house. We're looking at just making enough for the basics of life. Food, to pay the bills, petrol, things like that. As some example sentences, perhaps, despite working 2 jobs, he struggles to make ends meet. So he's working 2 jobs, maybe day and night, but he's struggling to make enough to cover his basic living expenses. Or bringing in that first expression, we could say she started a side hustle to make ends meet. So, normal job, 9-to-5, wasn't paying enough to cover basic living expenses. So she started a side hustle to make ends meet, to meet those expenses. Thirdly, they budget carefully each month to make ends meet. So each month they know exactly what they are going to spend, how much they can spend, and this allows them to cover their basic living expenses. It allows them to make ends meet. The third expression is to pay off. This is something very positive that we all like to do, and it is to pay the full amount of a debt. Perhaps we pay off a credit card, a loan from a friend, or something like that. As an example, we could say, he finally paid off his student loans after 10 years. If you can pay your student loans off in 10 years, you've done very well, but he no longer offers any more money. It's paid off. That debt is fulfilled. Or perhaps, I plan to pay off my credit card by the end of the year. I want to have it paid off. No more debt owed to that credit card. Or perhaps we lend somebody some money. We could say, look, don't worry, just pay it off monthly. So monthly installments, you can pay that debt off, to pay off, to pay the full amount of something. Another term that you might have heard, particularly on social media, about making money and side hustles is passive income. Talking about passive income. Passive, it's not active as such, it's passive. And this means that we're talking about money earned with minimal ongoing effort. It typically comes from investments, properties, or side ventures that require little daily involvement. So at the outset, they take quite a lot of work to get in place and organized, but once they are set up, passive income is money you can earn without too much effort ongoing. It's not daily effort where you're paid by the hour. For example, she earns passive income from renting out her second property. So not a lot of work, just money coming in each month. Writing an ebook can be a great way to create passive income. Okay, it takes that initial work to write the ebook, but once it's set up, sells itself, it's not any ongoing work. Or perhaps the online course she created continues to generate passive income each month. So people are buying that course or signing up each month, and it's all there. She doesn't have to put in any more work. Passive income, I think it's something we would all like. Takes a bit of work at the beginning, but once it's set up, absolutely fantastic. Okay, the next one, a very informal expression, perhaps more of a British expression, which is to be rolling in it. Rolling in it. And if somebody or someone or perhaps ourselves are rolling in it, it means they have a lot of money or are very wealthy. For example, ever since he got that big promotion, he's rolling in it. Got a lot of money. Ever since their app became popular, the developers have been rolling in it. Developed a app, extremely popular, now they're rolling in it. Perhaps it is creating a large passive income for them. Or perhaps, I wouldn't worry about them, they're rolling in it. Bit of a judgment of someone's situation here, but don't worry about their financial situation. They're loaded, got loads of money. The sixth expression is to have expensive taste. If we have expensive financial taste, it means we have a preference for costly or luxurious items. Maybe you or somebody who has an expensive taste. For example, you bought a Rolex. You have such expensive taste. Could have bought a normal watch, but somebody wanted to buy a Rolex. Very costly, a Rolex watch. Expensive taste. Or I'll never pay off my credit card with their expensive taste. Maybe you've got some children or a partner or family, that they just, everything they like to do is of expensive taste. So we'll use that phrasal verb, I'll never pay off my credit card. That debt will never be fulfilled. And finally, very informal, to be strapped for cash. If we are strapped for cash, it means that we have a shortage of money or are in a financially tight situation. For example, after his car broke down, he was strapped for cash and had to borrow money from a friend. So perhaps he had some savings. Car breakdowns can be very costly, so he spent all of his money on that. Now he's strapped for cash. Or somebody invites us out for the weekend. I can't make it this weekend. I'm a little strapped for cash at the moment. Meaning that we are in a financially tight situation. So there you go. There are some vocabulary and expressions that we can use to talk about money. Feel free, please, to use them in a sentence in the comments and I'll get back to you. Which one is your favourite? Or perhaps you have some more suggestions that you would like to share. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you all very soon. Have a good one, guys.